Hey guys and gals, Shane Stevenson, Director of Museum Collections and Curator here at the Buffalo Naval Park. Sorry, it's been a pretty busy off season and haven't been doing as many videos as I'd like. We do have a membership. We want to thank those of you that have become members. Hope you find it enjoyable. And for today's video, I'm reflecting back on the Abner Read video I did a few weeks ago. There's a three-part series on the damage report drawings. Then I went to the Sullivans, because she was a Fletcher class, and kind of pointed out where the damage took place. For that video, people had commented like, oh, you have the Little Rock. A converted Cleveland class cruiser. Why don't you start doing some of the damage report drawings from Cleveland class cruisers during World War II? So I said, that is a great idea. And so we're going to be starting with the USS Birmingham. And I am in the forward section of USS Little Rock. Here's the barbette for our turret number 1, 6-inch 47. Sometimes people call it turret 61, kind of like you do with mounts, mount 51, mount 52, mount 53, etc. I would also like to show that I am wearing this cool little tactical bag or satchel. This comes from one of our subscribers and users named Cece, and she gave it to me because she was been watching our videos and she was concerned for my safety, that I'm holding a flashlight and a clipboard and I'm trying to hold the camera, and so I have a lot of there it is there. Sorry everybody that I have a lot, so now I can carry things. She was very concerned in a good way, and so now I'm going to be carrying around this satchel with me. So in it for today I have a headlamp, I have a flashlight. Too bad I don't have, CC, can you give me a third arm? All right, because I've got, this won't fit in it, all right, the clipboard, but that's all right. And it's going to be really helpful, and so you'll see me using that, and I can't thank CC enough. And if you see the handle, please give her a shout out as well. So, for the USS Birmingham, here I know I need 3 hands. So for the USS Birmingham CL62, we're looking at action on the 8th of November 1943 at Empress Augusta Bay at Bougainville. It's amazing, and it kind of shows the sturdiness of the, even though they're light cruisers, of the damage that could be withstood by these Cleveland classes and still be floating and still steam, in this particular case, under her own power, to get repaired eventually in Pearl Harbor about 20 days after she was damaged. And for this particular action, there are 3 different parts. There was a bomber that dropped a bomb and it skipped along the water and hit the seaplane hangar. Definitely a lot of destruction back there. Again, I'm in the bow. This was the torpedo damage, so I'm going to focus on that for today's video. And then there was also a bomb drop that really damaged turret number 4. But through all of those hits, I believe under 5 sailors perished. There was some wounded, maybe 40 wounded, but for all 3 strikes, 2 bombs, 1 torpedo, the number of sailors that lost their lives was under 5. So, a little good luck there as well. We're going to take a look at the inboard profile right now. Alright, I am standing very close. I'm actually standing right here. Alright, we're just going to head into this passage here, and right forward of that is anchor windlass. So I am on the 2nd deck. Here's the turret right here for the barbette. And there is a trunk that goes all the way through here, and we are going to head down as far as I can go and wherever I can go. I didn't open any spaces, I didn't open, so what we're seeing is generator rooms, stores, bosun areas around here, and so we're going to probably see those gates, you know, those mesh wire gates. I don't know if I can get into all of them, but we're going to climb down that trunk. And so for here, I'm going to flip the page. Now we're looking at a bird's eye view top down. Again, I'm standing right about here. And we're going to go in here. This was the washroom. All right, at the time, this was a head, which it still is today. This is unidentified, but it maybe is a continuation of the head. All right, which wouldn't surprise me. And then the stores. And this right here, the deck hatch, says hatch cover blown off and a temporary trunk installed. Here the bulkhead was distorted, and here the decks were raised and ruptured. We will be between frame 18 and 23. All right, and so let's go show that. And right forward of that, there is the door to anchor windlass, which is the one right down there at the end of the hull. So if we look here, there's the washroom again. This deck was ruptured and raised. Just going across the passageway. Here again, right there. Bulkhead distorted, leading forward into the stores. So I think that that was the bulkhead they're talking about. Right here. You can see it's a pretty tight space. And again, the bulkhead was ruptured, or I'm sorry, the decking was ruptured and raised. Now we do have a heater right here at 440, so, and again, here's the stores. You'll see that right there, stores. Here's our store. And so, yeah, it probably was right around here. And last but not least, here is the hatch cover that blew off, which you see right where that red arrow is, right there. Okay, so the torpedo hit, they say, right about 10 feet below the water line, and that, I think the rupture and the contact point was at the first platform. So again, we're on the second deck. We'll go down to the third deck, and we'll take a look down there as far as we can go. Now, I got to get out the little bag here. As you can see, I've got my flashlight. I do have a headlamp in there. I've got this, CC explained it. This is a thing where you can put your gloves in, so I have that. So let's get all this stuff out. Well, if I can find the right compartments. Sorry everyone, I know this is an unedited video. Give me a few minutes or a minute. Please fast forward if you'd like. Got the headlamp, okay, got the gloves. And again, thank you to CC. Hopefully, for all of you, that wasn't too painful. It's, oh no, there we go. Okay. Put that straight down. All right, and so we are going to go down this trunk. Down here. Yep. All right, again, second deck right down here is third deck. So, and now you can imagine that the force was so strong that it blew, of the explosion, that it blew this hatch right off. One of the tests was to see if I could squeeze through these scuttles with the bag on my back, so we're gonna go. So far, so good. All right. So far, so good, everybody. So we are on the third deck now. Let me flip the page. These are the warrant officers' staterooms, as it will say right here. Warrant officer staterooms. And now what we are looking at is deck plating blown up and torn, shell plating blown inboard, bulkhead 23 buckled aft on port, distorted on starboard side. So if we were to come here, this is the closest stateroom. And so we can imagine, let me tilt that up a little bit. There we go. Oh, thank you, CC. This is awesome. So we're looking at shell plating blown inboard. I would say that would be right here. Right there. Right around here. All right, yep. That's heading forward. Okay, let's head forward. Here we go. This is probably it. Shell plating blown inboard here. All right, deck plating blown up and torn. It's hard to get a grasp of where you actually are because they don't actually have the staterooms separated, so you can see that. It just says warrant officer staterooms, but they don't actually have each compartment. So yeah, basically we can assume that all of this area had been blown up, and that makes sense. We just had the trunk we climbed up, that hatch got blown off. And so all of this area was pretty destroyed. Blown upward, inward, and outward. Okay, we're going to head down to the first platform now. this is where they believe the torpedo actually struck. Alright, so this is first platform. Alright, let's head down again. Where's the rub? There we go. So far this is fitting great, CC. Of course. Wise words. Apropos. Well, thanks for everyone for coming on this adventure. Right. Oh. Oh my. Whoa. What did I just do? Holy moly. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. It's like the confederacy of dunces here. I lost the cap, which held the battery. That's the battery cover. Oh boy. Okay. And I heard it go down to the second platform. Anyway, we'll continue on. Yes, here's the motor generator room. Alright, you can see that. So, here it says, fragment holes in shell. There's puncturing right here, which makes sense. Bulkhead 19 totally destroyed. The path of the torpedo hitting on port. Shell plating and platform blown away, right where I was standing just now. So yeah, this is probably where the torpedo hit. Around here, totally ruptured everything, blew everything off, puncturing the other side of the hull. Let me go back to that. Shell plating blown inboard. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so if we move forward a little bit, there's the bulkhead is rupturing a little bit right there, right where the light is, the darker line. CIC chart room. There's frame 15. Storeroom. Yeah, so you can just imagine on the Birmingham this would be a total loss. Frame 18 and 19 right here. 20 to 23. Guys, I'm just exploring like you, so guys and gals, if you have questions, leave comments. Yeah, so there's frame 20. Alright, so they figured it hit right at frame 20. Now this may have not been, this area may not have been fully staffed at the time. Right, so maybe at least forward here for the torpedo damage, that, you know, there may have been one guy down here manning the stores, two guys, depending on time of day and things like that. So for the second platform, right now we'd be underneath the path of the torpedo, and going down there again, frame 20. Shell plating opened and blown inboard, a depression, right just forward of that. Bulkhead 19 destroyed, makes sense. Armor bulkhead intact. Shell ruptured, A505M, flooded in 10 minutes. So again, the green represents rapid flooding. The white and green represents slow flooding. Alright, and then we also have to find the cover to the we have to find the cover, so that's one of the other things we have to do. Okay, gotta get to that ladder. Oh, this is pretty tight. Yeah. Yeah, frame 20. Look at that right there. So stores. Shell plating, opened and blown inboard. Absolutely makes sense. Shell ruptured. So bulkhead 21. Armor bulkhead intact. That 21 might be. No. It's probably through here. The armored bulkhead might be frame 23. Alright. Move that off. So we're looking at frame 20, but then right there is 25, frame 25. So the armored bulkhead, this says bulkhead 21, which would have been right around here. So right aft of here is the armored bulkhead. Alright. The bunting locker. Bulkhead 23. So now again with the Cleveland classes, you could see how close the port and starboard hull are getting. So you get damage on the port side, you're absolutely going to get shrapnel, flying metal. I will leave this shut. This is a nice enough adventure right now, bulkhead 19. Okay. So up here the torpedo hits. Bulkhead 19 destroyed. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, so this whole bulkhead is destroyed. Right here. It's probably, what, 25 feet. Bulkhead 19. And then you have slow and rapid flooding in this area. Okay, now I've got to find... Oh boy. CC, don't kill me. There it is! Got it! Alright. Got the cover. Oh. Well guys, this video didn't turn out really the way I had hoped, but I hope it was still enjoyable to you. And so again, that's torpedo damage on the 8th of November, forward near the bow for the torpedo, which is why this is a part 1. I'm going to go and do a part 2 and part 3, although we certainly don't have any of the turrets on the aft section of the ship anymore. Again, those damage, the damage report drawings are really invaluable. I'm still trying to maybe look for a better way of doing this for you guys, and the editing, I know this probably was an annoying video, maybe because you're just sitting there and you fast forward hopefully, but the editing, we just don't have a full-time editor. So I would like to get this out as soon as possible, and that's why you're seeing it unedited. But thank you very much. Again, throughout this whole action, throughout the flooding, the deck's blown upward and downward, and bulkhead 19 utterly taken out. Metal scraps flying through the other side of the ship. Thankfully, less than 5 sailors perished aboard. So, hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments, give suggestions. I'm a humble dude, so if you're saying, Shane, if you just do this, that'll be better. Anyway, thanks for all your support. Can't thank CC enough. I'm going to get this worked out. But you're here. It's organic. You're coming along with us. And we don't have all those cutscenes and jump scenes, I think they're called. So thanks for your support, and we'll see you for part 2 and maybe for part 3 of USS Birmingham damage repair drawings. And we'll see you again soon. Now I got to climb up to the second deck.